gentlemen, we may be approaching a fateful hour.
And all ye witnesses have given me great joy and satisfaction.
मुझे संदेह नहीं है कि जनता सब राजनीतिक दल और सब नागरिक इस समय एक हैं।
This is a momentous hour in world history.
Hello. Welcome back to another stream of Pantsless Tables. We are here. We are queer. Well, some of us, and we are proud of it. And we are here with the finale of the Mirth of Things Below. Welcome to the finale. This is part 4 of the series. We've been away for a couple of weeks, but we are back, and we're back at Pantsless Tables, who has done amazing things for this series and other series as well. We are still raising money for Make-A-Wish Foundation. We are doing other things as well. This is officially supported by Chaos Team. So many good things happening, guys. But before all of that, let me introduce to you our dear investigators who are right at the tail end of the sitch. So let's just go around and start with James.
Hello. I'm James from Logomancy. I'll be playing Captain Archibald Wensworth Leah at this point, who is a doting father, an intrepid explorer, and all too proper for any of this nonsense. And you know, he's probably going to go insane, and he's probably going to cause some havoc. So it's going to be a good time. I'm
Indubitably.
looking at the Roll for Wishes campaign for all of October and November. So any donations that get thrown into the chat and through the Tiltify will affect the game in real time. We've currently raised, it should be on the overlay if I go and look at it, almost $10,000. We're just a little bit shy of $10,000 USD. Once we hit that point, we're gonna unlock a bunch of different rewards. We already unlocked everybody for Roll for Wishes getting together and publishing a module together. So we're gonna be creating a module and putting it online for charity for people to download. So you might actually see some writing or some contributions from the fine folks that you see on screen as well, because you're here, you're all invited as well. So that's me in a nutshell. I apologize for shaving the bulk of the mustache off because my wife.
R.I.P. mustache.
Rip mustache. You know, you could fix this, Amaan. You could shave all of this off.
I can shave all of this in your dreams. Veran Ashwin, who's played by Adia Lewiswolf, isn't here yet. So we'll be going across to Maria Brewista. Do you have coffee with you now?
Oh, it's 10:22 a.m. where I am. You better believe I have coffee with me right now. Hello, everyone. My name's Maria, also known as Maria Brewista. I am a streamer here on Twitch. I'm also a media producer and the co-founder of Goblin Society Games, a company that makes the cool TTRPG stuff we want to see in the world. And by that, I mean physical stuff, like books and stuff. That's me. I play Valeria Espinoza, Val to everyone here and all of her friends. I use they, she pronouns. She uses she, her pronouns. She's having a terribly terrible time. She's too curious for her own good, and there are horrors beyond her imagining here.
That's very true, and there's so many questions to be answered, right? With everyone, actually. Will we find those answers? Maybe, perhaps. Will there be a good ending? Maybe, perhaps, maybe not. Who knows? But coming to maybes and maybe nots. Let's go up to Agent P.
Hello everyone, I'm H&P. I use they them pronouns. And I'm playing Durga today, who also uses they them pronouns, who is suffering. They've been exposed to something that their brain could not handle, and they've been exposed to Archie's unfortunately loud gun. And they're just having a time.
Yeah, a time, just a little
A
bit of
time.
time, nothing,
It's a time.
just a time, just one of those days. Actually,
Mm-hmm,
you know,
mm-hmm.
you're having one of those days. That's fine.
And it is what it is
Will
kind of day.
Yeah, it is what it is. Faces melting, bones cracking, people
Tongues
dying,
sewn together.
tongues sewn together, different limbs, attached, fused together, with bunch of eyes. You know, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Do not worry about that. Uh, but if you are joining here for the first time, what this adventure takes place in a homebrew world called Ispatpur. Our fellow adventurers have gone deep below one of supposedly deep below one of the hills near the city where there used to be a jail, and lots of people disappeared. So they were investigating, what's happening below, what's really there. And apparently they got transported into a different place entirely, underground still. And they met with a bunch of things, humanoids, human like things, kind of, which who could melt their bones, to shrink themselves, or extend their bones by sucking it up. And supposedly they still stayed alive when they got burnt. And our investigators saw a bunch of really bad things happening, including our producer, who played a PC, getting smooched to death by one of these monsters as they fell onto his face. And we saw
Oh,
Lewis. Yeah. We saw
I thought you
Lewis
said
disappearing.
smooched to death.
Yeah, I
And I
did
was
say
like,
smooched to
kissy,
death.
kissy, 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 kissy,
I did.
smooched.
It was technically smooched, not just smushed. It was smooched
Oh,
to death. Yeah, and
smooch.
our investigators made their way to a different place where they saw a bunch of these folks with long ears, with tattered hair, and a body which was skulls fused together, and one big eye hole with a bunch of eyes in it, and a bunch of limbs fused together to make very long hands and very long legs, and a huge spine which extends back, keeps us extended back like a snake. And everybody was saying, "Behold, it comes! Behold, it comes!" And as they were just finishing, witnessing this beautiful, testament to this creature, uh, somebody put their hands on Maria's shoulder. And as Maria turned around, they saw a person with an eye patch, Varun. And that's where we're going to begin today's episode with a flashback to the past. We start back in time, years and years ago. We open up on a sky during the daytime. It's full of kites, and full of scattered clouds. You can hear shouts of children and adults nearby as they're partaking in this changing of the seasons festival, where rooftops of all these houses nearby are filled with like teams of families and friends who are trying to cut each other's airborne kites. Uh, it's later in the afternoon. The air smells of an oncoming winter, even though like the sun is up. You see boom, 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 sounds of fireworks and like smell of burnt gunpowder nearby. And we hear a man shout, "Hey, kai poche, kai poche!" As this person, cuts the kite as this man, early 40s, curls in his shoulder length hair, wearing a tan colored kurta, pulls the kite on its string and shouts at someone below, "Hey, hey, hey, that's our kite! Don't you dare steal it, boy! That's our kite!" And he's still pulling on the string of his kite, trying to, cut other kites with, his kite string. He turns and we see a face with hard lines, but still a soft expression. A 5 p.m. kind of a 5 p.m. shadow on his jawline. Smiles and says, "Our kites got stolen, beta." Durga, how old are you in this memory, and what do you remember of your father?
I'm gonna say around 9 years old.
9 years old. What are you doing on the rooftop as you see this? Oh,
Oh,
I hear
I hear
myself.
myself.
Steve's unmuted.
Oh my god, Durga got thrown back into the past.
Apparently.
Literally.
Bum, bum, bum. There she is.
Dun, dun.
They're there.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you try saying something? Say something. Say something.
We can see Agent P.
We can.
Oh. We can no longer see P.
P has poofed out of existence on the stream.
Indeed, it happens. What's a morning stream without technical difficulties?
Yeah, I know. This is technically a night stream. It's like 9 p.m. right now.
I suppose I'll concede that.
Maria, we can't hear you as well.
That was on me though.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you mute in two places.
Oh
Because
my
if
god.
you only mute in VDO, all of your talking still comes through the captions.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I was going to say having more time zones means that we're early morning and late morning stream tech gremlins. They get to jump in there. They're double dutying.
Yes,
Double
they are.
dutying.
Mhm.
There's P.
Hello.
Hello.
There I am.
We can
There you
hear
are.
Hello, I'm so sorry.
Yay.
Yes.
ICP.
Sorry.
ICP.
It's
P.
the clown posse.
Oh, jeez.
We see P. Whatever.
Okay. All right. Said I was 9 years old. Durga would have been around 9 years old at the time.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You see, your father is like, Beta, do you want to fly this kite now?
Durga would like go up and like take it gingerly from their father's hands and try to like keep the kite up.
The wind is like literally trying to, pull you away with the string itself. The wind is like, quite. The wind is quite fast up there where the kite is. And you feel yourself almost get pulled near the edge. And your father just like catches you like, not so fast, not so fast. See, you have to hold on to the string. Imagine this is the most precious thing in your life at the moment. Just keep it tight, hold on to it. Let go when you feel like it's going to cut you. Let go when you feel like this string is starting to hurt you. It's okay to let go then. But for now, if you're feeling confident, if you're feeling happy with this, hold it tightly. Got it?
Okay. And go hold it a little tighter until, it starts hurting and let go and just keep going at that.
Oop. Do you guys hear the distortion as well?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, that's better.
This is better.
This is
Yeah,
much
yeah,
better.
it's
yes.
lovely.
Video hates me.
Hey,
All
video
good.
hates us, all of us, at some point or the other in the stream.
Sorry.
It
Um,
it hated me pre-stream. Video, please don't hit me for the rest of the stream. I do have to finish this. You again, when it hurts, you let it go. When it feels all right, you um you put it, sort of pull it, you hold it tighter. Um, you feel as if your string is still being held. You feel confident, you don't know why, but once you turn, you see that your father is holding, the bunch of, the string's length in the back and still holding it behind you, sort of how a parent would, push you on the bicycle and make you feel like, okay, you're the one riding the bike while they're still holding the bicycle in place and balance. So just giving you that confidence, like, hey, I am looking over you at the moment. You hear some sound from below, like, khana ready hai, food is ready, you guys can come down now. And you see your father still focusing on the kite, not listening. Durga, cherish this. There will be a time when these festivals won't be there anymore. There will be a time when both you and I won't be able to fly kites like this anymore at all. So make this kite your memory if it needs be. Any
why won't there be festivals anymore?
The world changes. This world might change. I don't
But we
want
can
it to,
still
but
fly a kite.
it might. We can, my dear, we can. Even we can fly kite in our dreams. We can always fly kites in our memories. But for now, let's fly this kite today, right here, right now. That's all that should matter to you for now. Anyway, I think your mom would be very angry with us if we do not go downstairs. Come on, let's go. I'll bring this kite down. You go, and I'll be right down.
Okay.
As
And
you,
Mhm.
yeah, do you start to
I
walk
think
away?
Durga starts to walk away. If there's like a going downstairs kind of thing, Durga would kind of like look back at their father and just watch him for a bit before going down.
You do see your father still standing still, not pulling the kite down, just standing still, looking at the kite, holding it tightly, and you hear the humming of a song. कभी हम तालाब में डूबे, कभी सूरज में जल जाए, वो जल कभी ना सूखे जो हर ख्वाहिश दिखलाए अब मेरा बदन भी बदले मेरे हाथ में आँख पकड़ाए जब सूरज उस जगह डूबे ये दुनिया मेरी परियां हमारी हो जाए. And what it translates to is sometimes we should drown in the lake, sometimes we should burn in the sun, but may that lake never dry, which can show us all our desires. And now my body changes, and now our hands carries those eyes, and when the sun is in its rightful place, this world, my fairies, will become ours once again. We cut back, we cut away from this memory back to the present, where Maria, you are seeing Varun just shh.
I hope it's not me. I hope it's Val.
Sorry,
hope
yeah,
I'm not
it's
there.
Val. It's Val. Well, you see Varun just shh, step away, slowly, quietly away from that place. Take it easy.
Val's gonna like reach over, just like lightly tap the others to like get their attention while also like motioning for them to be quiet.
What are the others doing? As you're witnessing from the balcony that that creature with this many hands, many eyes, and those people singing, "Behold, it comes!" Everybody singing in unison, and
Miss Valeria, I believe the thing that was on the ceiling that we beheld before found some skin. It has skin now. That's disconcerting.
Right.
We should leave.
Why don't we not look at it then? We can.
Yes,
We can
that's quite disturbing.
think about it somewhere else.
come. Excuse me, can you come too? And he looks at you. Durga, you hear something like you can.
Yeah.
Your ears are still ringing,
Hmm.
and you see, you feel someone grab your arm, like gently grab your arm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unless like Durga is like actually like pulled towards a secondary place, Durga would probably just be standing there for a second before, anything registers in their head.
Okay, can you guys just walk back with me slowly, and you see this guy matching the description of what Noor told you about him. Similar, like a similar eye patch, just with one eye, wearing what seems to be like a prisoner's clothes, and is just covered in mud and blood. It's like all over. It's like the skin, his a bit of his face, his neck, his hands, wrist, legs is just, and his clothes obviously just mud and blood everywhere. Uh, okay, I just turn around from that place. Don't look at that monster. Just turn around. All right, it'll be fine. I've seen it. I've seen it before.
How are you still here?
I'm good at hiding. I'm good at hiding. Have you guys all turned around?
I'm looking at him.
Can all of you give me a spot hidden roll to this is what I'm asking you guys to look for, or what will you be looking at? The reflection in his eyes.
All right.
With a 60
You mean
over
his
a 45.
I hope you mean eye. Was it
Yeah.
eyes?
Yeah, the eye.
Okay,
The eye.
that's okay.
The-
2 eyes is no
and his
hair.
eye, yeah, and his eyes is like, his eye is wet. So
With a
the
60
reflection
over a
would be possible.
45, I do not see the reflection in
Eyes
his
wet.
eye.
Why is his eye wet?
What do you mean his eye is wet?
I mean, everybody's eyes should be a little wet.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't usually
Moist.
you don't usually like
Moist.
it's
Say
not
it.
usually like a mention. You don't usually like mention it.
Here I sit with my wet eyes,
My singular wet eye.
perceiving many dry things.
Oh my God.
It's the eye that the
Okay.
fates share in Hercules.
Ah, geez.
Not a
Nice.
dry
So
bum
what-
in the
what-
house.
So James, that's a failure. What about you guys?
26 over 95.
That's
nice.
that's a hard
That's
success.
hard success.
Nice. I got 88 over 80, which
Yeah, you want to use your luck points. You can.
that would be half of the luck points I have. You know what? It's the last session. Why not? Let's burn 8 luck points.
I've still got 30.
Well, good for you. Some of us didn't start with so many.
Okay, so
Powers of being
Uh,
rich.
That's true. The richest among us are always the luckiest, the ones that have the most opportunities to survive.
Indeed. Indeed.
Sorry, I'm
With
back
the
in
So,
superpower of money.
So Val, what you notice is, in the reflection of his eye, you see a shadow move behind you, and immediately the first thing you notice is the shadow has many branches coming out of it. What Durga sees specifically in that shadow is around, or basically can make out on that, can make out from that shadow itself, like, just a bit of light reflecting on its side, green light reflecting on its side, is it's a huge round figure with one eye in the middle and fangs for teeth, and like huge canine teeth in its mouth, and multiple snake-like arms coming out of it on all of its sides, and each arm blinking eye.
Sorry. Each arm has an eye?
Each arm ends with an eye.
Okay.
Nice.
And it blinks with a wet sound.
If I may,
Okay.
the sound is
Exactly. And you can hear the breathing in sound. I need all of you, as you hear this, to make a sanity roll.
Can I make mine? I just want to make it harder for me, because I'm
Yeah, please
supposed to
do.
be deaf, and I'm hearing this.
Oh yeah, by the way, all of you hear this in your head. You don't hear it.
Oh,
in,
okay, then
Oh,
fine.
neat. Cool. Cool.
That is a 13 on a 47.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait, is that an extreme? No,
I
it's not
believe
extreme.
Yeah.
no, not quite.
Not. You want?
I'm gonna burn.
Okay.
I'm gonna burn my luck points.
I'm going to burn a couple of points to make it an extreme success.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me your rolls. So it's an extreme success for James now. What about Durga?
I'm gonna burn 10 luck points
Go ahead, please do.
and make it 70, like 78 over 80.
Okay, what about Val?
31 over 79.
31 over 79. That is also a hard success. Okay. So, okay, we got the whole range. We got, normal, hard, and extreme. That's great. James, since you have an extreme success, resisting, I would like you to make an intelligence roll, please.
All right.
Because if you fail, you can forget about it. It might be, but if you do not fail, might be something that you remember.
I have an intelligence of 85. This is not
You.
gonna go.
Hey, you
well.
might fumble.
That is a 15 on an 85.
Or
That is-
you're really
hell
good
yeah.
at remembering
I'm
things.
Extreme, right?
I'm really, really good at perceiving and comprehending the thing in front of me.
Oh, where are my dice? Okay. Da, da, da. Okay. How many sanity points did you lose last time, by the way, if you lost any?
I don't
Did
think
you lose
I've
any?
lost any.
Oh, great. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fine.
at 47 of 47 so far.
Okay. Not much. You lose 2 points of sanity. And Captain,
Yes.
what was the last thing that you remember your wife saying to you, if there's anything?
She was in bed and it was raining out. And she pushed that little jade statue into my hand that has the same eerie green light as this place. And her eyes were wild. And we weren't really sure what the malady was. She just lost herself. She pushed it into my hand and she said, "For the children."
You hear back of the throat sound like for the children, for
Checks
the
out.
children. Durga, you're fine. You don't lose any sanity point. But you are acutely aware of something floating behind you. And Maria, can you also make me an intelligence check, please?
One time I wish I wasn't smart. Jeez.
Right?
Oh, are you smart?
I have
Is
55.
how not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm very well educated and exceptionally well versed in powerful things.
That's fair
Dang
enough.
it. 49 under 55.
You
Dang
can't
it!
reverse your luck.
Guess who understands everything?
Um, Val, um, what does your sister look like?
Oh, great question. Thank you for asking. So Val and Isabella, Izzy, are
Mhm.
twin sisters.
Mhm.
Izzy is younger, not by much, but by enough that she made it everyone's problem growing up. And they are identical in every way, except that at some point in her more adult life, Izzy cut her hair very short, much to the chagrin of our parents. Um, and obviously, Val sports now a silver eye and a streak of silver hair. So they are no longer exactly identical. But their height is the same. The color of their hair minus the silver streak is the same. Both have deep brown eyes minus the one silver. And Izzy's a little bit more reserved as a person.
Mhm.
But one would say probably quote unquote twice as intelligent, more
Mhm.
logical forward than Val's like curiosity and emotive forwardness.
You hear in your head a gentle Val. Val, is that you? I'm so alone. It's so dark where I am. The storm's all around me. There's there's only water all around us. Well, well, turn around. You lose 2 points of sanity, by the way.
That tracks.
I have some of that to spare, but
Oh, you do.
I started with
good.
80, my friend. I got 77 left. We got plenty to spend.
Our intelligence and sanity switched. I started with 85, but my sanity was
Well,
40.
One of
47.
us was not
well,
a war here. What?
well. Are you turning around?
I just
It's so cold.
Yes, she is. Because the longer that they've been down here, the more that she's starting to suspect that maybe her sister didn't go on a boat expedition like somebody told her that she did.
As you're almost halfway, fully turned around. You haven't turned around. You're not directly looking at them. Using your shoulder as an anchor, you feel somebody put their hands on your shoulder like an anchor and shout, "Duck down now!"
I do that.
Down.
As you duck down, you hear boom, boom. 2 rounds go off from a gun. As suddenly all of you hear the sound, screeching sound, ringing, almost echoing throughout of this place. The next thing all of you hear is run, right now. And Durga, you see Varun pulling on your hand and just running away, pulling you uh, away from this.
Bolting. bolting
Off we
in
go.
that direction.
It is time to leave. Leave
Yeah.
this place. This is a silly place.
Time to. This is a very silly place.
Indeed.
So
We're leaving
all
now.
of you are running at this moment. Can you tell me what your what the highest speed was? Sorry, movement. My bad.
I feel like it was
I have
Virgo.
I think all of you. Do you all of you have 8?
eight,
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
All
I think
right.
so.
Okay. Well, let me quickly make a roll to check for something.
It was just Varen that had a different movement speed than us.
Because they had that rad Molotov.
Okay.
Molotov chair.
Okay.
07 to the chair.
Okay. As all of you are running, you can feel as you're running through the corridors, you can feel something hitting the side of the walls as it's still screeching. As you hear it screeching, and strangely, the singing still goes on. You can hear that faraway chorus of "Behold, it comes! Behold, it comes!" Chorus going on in the background. You feel all of this things screeching. You still hear, almost these things sound like wet sponge hitting a dry wall.
God, I love the way you describe things. It makes it so terrible.
Yeah.
Because I can imagine it.
Yeah. You come back to the same. You run. You guys notice that you're running in the same direction as from whence you came. You come back to the same fork in the road. You can go up where all the rest of the people went, and there's another path going down below where you saw the water was collecting. You see Warren pulling you towards where the water is. I know a way out. I know a way out. Just follow me. Just follow me.
Can I check him?
What
Like,
would you
check him
to
out?
roll?
Like, are you
Yeah.
looking at his
You can check him out.
butt, or
I'm not. No.
You do you. You do you, man.
Not
no
like
time
that.
or place?
There's a time and
don't
place,
know.
but sure.
Can I roll to?
You know what? You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah. Make me. What role would it be? Would it be a psychology role? What are you trying? Tell me. What are you trying to figure out? What are you rolling
Is
for?
he lying? Or is he like trying to trick us?
Is he single?
Okay.
Is he single?
He probably is. Like, let's be honest.
Is he down to clown? Honk honk.
Is he loose to goose?
Is he loose
Honk,
to
honk.
goose? Honk honk.
I'm scared.
Psychology or psychoanalysis, maybe?
Please not psychoanalysis.
Yeah, I feel like probably psychology is like the most, because it's kind of spot hidden emotions.
Appraise, but
Yeah.
Appraise.
Appraise.
If he's
That's
old
not-
enough.
You know what? Yeah.
I don't want to
yeah,
see if
that
it's a
works.
good
Make
one.
me-
I just
make-
want to know how
make
much
me
it's
a-
worth.
Make me a psychology roll, please.
Oh God.
Throw hands.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Yes.
No way.
I
Steve,
I-
please add that to the nat 20 counter.
Wait,
Yes.
I'm gonna take
Take
a
a picture,
picture.
send it to
This
us.
is wild.
Yeah, you need to add it to the nat 20 counter. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think we missed another nat 20 counter the previous session, so you can add that one as well. I specifically remember us missing another nat 1 yesterday. Yeah. Okay. On a nat 1, he knows a way out.
Ooh. Continue. I feel like there's something
But-
else.
But
There we go.
But he there's more to that. It's not a simple just a simple way out. There must be a reason why he himself has not left yet.
Okay, this is some layer of Scylla bullshit. But hey,
Yeah,
we're gonna get out. We're gonna get out.
Yeah, he knows the way out, but there's a reason why there should be a reason why he has not left it. Otherwise, this asshole would have left by now.
Everything has a cost.
Yeah.
If you're willing to pay it.
Yeah. Durga, are you saying something? P, are you saying something? I can't hear you if you are. Oh my god!
horrors were
P
too
got taken by the monster!
No. This
The
is one of those.
power of the butt appraisal was just too much.
This is one of those
The
moments
butt
where
appraisal.
I'm a note taker and I know information because I wrote it down. However, this is also a moment where Val is like panicked and would not remember things, and I'm so upset.
Look,
That's
part of
fine.
being a good note taker is knowing when not to refer to the notes as well. Right?
The horrors tried, but they failed.
What
Aha!
are you guys doing? Are you running with him to that location?
Durga would, for sure. And try to
Okay.
pull whoever they can.
Varun and Durga, they bolt towards that place. Captain
Following.
and
Follow,
Val, you still hear the
Pistol in hand,
behind.
following.
Yeah.
Does Durga say
As-
anything about the realization?
Durga, for a second, realizes that they can't hear, but they can talk. And then
Okay.
shouts
So
to the rest of them, "Follow us!"
as you're running to this place, you guys both Durga and Varun, you pass by a rope and you see Varun pull that rope, like, just as you're running away. And Captain and Maria, can you both make me like a luck roll?
I can certainly try. I've been burning this luck.
Oh wait, we're
Hey.
making a luck roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God I
didn't
have
ask
so
you.
much.
You guys. I didn't ask you to, use up all your luck.
Yeah, well,
25 onto 27, so I passed by 2.
I
Oh
failed
my
by a lot.
god.
I had 8 and I rolled 42.
The answer to everything, 42.
Including
Yes.
Val's
Demise.
demise.
Okay,
Listen,
let
Val's
me.
never been very lucky.
Huh. So, Captain, you feel something, up on the ceiling, come down really, really fast, and you realize there's a hidden portcullis. You, with your experiences in the war and with your somewhat athletic ability due to your time being a soldier, you are able to jump in a way and you just avoid getting hit or getting pierced by the portcullis. Val.
And I do as well.
Well, you hear the same thing, but there's still that. What holds you back is still that ringing voice of your sister. Please turn back. please turn back. And immediately, you almost stop in your place. But the way Captain jumps is he almost like takes you along with him, but it's not enough. The portcullis slams down. You fall down, and the pointy end of the portcullis, it doesn't grazes by your leg exactly. It does, but not really. It takes a bunch of flesh away from your thigh. You're in shock. You don't feel anything. You feel like, oh, there's a tear in my cloth. But suddenly, as you try to get up, you are barely able to walk. As you try to get up, and you see that apart from a bunch of your skirt missing there, you can see your thigh bone.
I think that's kind of the like mentality of Val right now. Like looks down and sees it and thinks, "Huh, that shouldn't be there."
And immediately you see flesh forming in that place. Forms, and your thigh becomes whole again, but again it's not the same. You heal immediately, but it's almost like your thigh has shrunk. You know how skin looks when we dip our hand in the water for too long, and how your finger looks with those creases? That's how your thigh looks at the moment, because there's still a bunch of flesh missing. There's enough flesh to cover it, and makes your skin almost whole again, but you have gone through some weight loss, I should say.
So the actual physical wound doesn't like break through the like mental shock that Val was in. Seeing it re-knit before her eyes, she screams.
Yay. Well, she doesn't scream yay.
Yeah, no. Hooray!
But she does scream, because you can still see bits of your flesh nearby, stuck in the portcullis, bloody and everything. And yeah, you Captain, what are you doing?
The captain is, having seen this portcullis slam, stopped and turns to approach Miss Valeria and help them to their feet and look down. And does it look like that puffy, like kind of inflamed red flesh of like road rash, or like a freshly healed wound? Or does it look completely as though the wound never happened?
Or third option, does it look like you know how on like the exhibits of like tanned leather skin of like the exhibits of like shrunken heads and things of that nature? Does it look like that? 3 options for you. We're giving you a blessing.
It looks like an incomplete healing.
Okay.
It looks like an incomplete healing with a skin that is not yours.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Skin donation, skin grafts are a thing.
And you can donate too to roll for wishes.
Money.
Roll for wishes.
Donate. Yeah, money. Don't donate flesh, please.
If Amaan gets a jar full of skin in the mail. No.
I'm not giving anybody my PO box.
Yeah, captain's gonna see this and look down and say, well, fashionistas around the world, I suppose, will marvel at you having one pant leg and missing a pant leg, I suppose. But that's not the time for this. We should really carry on. It's a good thing that you weren't injured. Let's go. And he's
So
going to
Val was
literally
screaming
like do this
the entire time as you
and
were
lift you.
talking.
He was screaming and he's like
Shoulder and
talking,
he's
Yeah. Oh
talking
yeah, no, this
calmly.
is actually here's how it's good for you, actually.
Could I suggest something
Yeah.
for Durga? Either because of the portcullis crashing or because of Maria screaming, Durga's ears like pop and everything is clear now.
Mm.
The first thing you hear with the pop
Just
is
scream.
Val screaming, not Maria screaming. Val.
Oh, sorry, Val scream.
It's all good. Listen.
The portcullis itself is not one of those typical ones with large openings because of the way it's crisscrossed with metal bars. It's almost opaque. It's almost like a complete slab, except at the end where the spikes are. Just enough for for Val to be to be dragged away. And from within these tiny gaps, all of you can almost see these eyes in all of these gaps, and the same wet blinking.
Careful, you're in the splash zone for all the blinking.
Okay. This way, please. Let's go. We don't have time. The door won't last.
All right, let's go.
Val stops screaming by this point and is just kind of like slightly hyperventilating on your shoulders, but it's not like is enough of themselves to realize that probably not the loudest of loud noises is a good idea right now.
Durga, for just good
No
measure,
time
is gonna
for
take out their
sex.
gun and cock it before like following Varun, I guess, and then kind of looking back as well, just making sure Archie and Val are okay. I know everything's not good, but apparently there's a way out.
Oh, we must be vigilant then and find
There
it,
is.
no matter the cost.
There is, and you see, Varun has like a shotgun with him as well, which he used to shoot at the monster before. Just holding it in one hand. It's not going to be pretty, but I'm sure I've seen people go, and I believe that is the way out. I am 99% sure. So
Well,
let's go this way. Let's go this way.
absolutely.
And does anybody have a lamp, or like Varun? I believe this is dark now because I'm like Varun is just feeling the walls at this point and walking.
I have some candles. So if this is a point where we've like paused for a moment, I think Val would be asked to be let down as much as they can compose themselves when they, realize how dark it is, and will like with shaky hands, with like all that adrenaline, like pull out a matchbook. I have 6 candles, so we'll hand like one to each person and try to light them, and just is not having any luck, like successfully lighting with like the shaky hands.
Allow me, miss. And the captain will reach into his ruck and pull out a canteen of water. And taking that metal headband that he's got, he pours a little bit of the water into a small metal box inside. And as the water hits the carbide, you see a faint flicker as the carbide lamp gets refilled, because they run on water. It's electricity from water. miner's headlamp, and it kind of
Nice.
faintly pulls back to life. It needs to be refilled with a little bit of water every hour or two, but water, spit, do what you need. Fluids, eye
What you need.
fluids.
Yeah, fluids. Eye fluids. That's nice.
Mm.
Fluids from eye glands.
Yes.
Okay. As you making, again, he leads you all deeper and deeper down to where you last met all of those creatures. As you arrive in this place, you see it's almost entirely filled with water. It almost looks like an underground lake. There are no bodies floating on top, although ideally they should be, but they aren't. It's completely still. Um, wherever the water was coming from, it has stopped. It is completely still at this point. And can somebody make me a spot hidden roll, please?
I would love to.
I mean, I could try, but I'm not very good at that.
I'm very good at that.
I got a 2 over 95.
Oh my god!
72 over 45, so that's a
I would like to
fail.
personally thank the dice and the dice tower.
You said someone and we all did it. I got 51 under 80.
Jeez, you guys are good at seeing things.
I have
We're
a
good at
few
shooting.
set of skills. You know what I'm not good at? Not getting stabbed by giant portcullises. I am not
I'm
lucky.
an appraiser
I'm just
by
knowledgeable.
occupation, and my appraise is at 5.
I'm an appraiser by occupation, and mine's at 65.
Hell yeah. I just know a lot of things about very specific topics and am very observant.
I sunk 50 points into learning a language because it's not my second, or it's a second language, and it didn't leave me a whole lot of other points.
Okay. So who got a 2 over? Okay. Maria, what did you get?
51
Did you?
under 80.
51 under 80. And Captain, did you roll anything?
A horrendously terrible failure.
Yeah, never mind. So on a success, Maria, you can faintly, very faintly see that there is a sort of a light beneath the water. I'm not sure what the source of the light is, but it is much deeper than what the floor of this opening in the cavern was. On a 2, on an extreme success, just one number away from me telling you everything.
You could have luck pointed it.
You could have. Too late now.
Boo.
You notice that there is not really a floor anymore beneath the water, but what you do see here, let me paint you a sort of a picture.
Made of meat.
Throw physics out of the window. Okay.
Just start with that.
Good.
If you were inside a water body, imagine if you're inside a swimming pool or a lake or an ocean, whatever. From your perspective, what the surface would look like from underneath, that's what the floor looks like. Like you're looking at something from underneath. But at the same time, Wait, what a minute, was that a human body that was floating in that, in that space, in that, in that quote unquote floor? It's almost like they're facing upwards, but to you, their back is facing upwards. So how does that work? And you see this person almost being pulled towards the surface immediately. They get pulled as they emerge onto the surface, and they splash around. It's Veran. This splashing on the surface. They're trying to swim, trying to swim to the edge, and it's and they're trying to find their way to the edge. What do you guys do?
Durga's immediately going into the water.
All right.
Yeah, Val's just calling after them.
Do you
Not
know how
Dur-
to, do you know how to
Dur-
swim?
I
We
hate
do
that
have a
question.
skill.
Huh?
I do know how to swim.
Yeah. All right, then swim for me, please.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how to swim, apparently.
Hey, you had so many good rolls. It was about time.
I got a 41 over 20.
At the moment, you step into the water. Let's cut away from for a moment to a different moment in time from Veran's perspective, where they are in this place where they are both facing upwards and backwards at the same time, upwards and downwards at the same time, as they're on the edge of a lake, or the starting, or at the edge or the surface of the water, facing upwards or downwards at the same time. They see something, a person, another person actually, a sickly, bony person, spread eagled in the middle of a water body. They say something, and immediately Veran is thrown back upwards, and we come back to the present. Durga. Oh, P is gone. P is gone. As P gets into the water, they Durga vanishes from the stream's existence. No. No.
The captain, as we wait for P, is going to reach into his ruck and pull out one of the long ropes that they had canonically packed. And he loops it quickly around his waist, just like the webbing that we ended up using with Varen before.
It worked so successfully last time.
Well, and he throws it out in a loop, trying to lasso either Durga or Varen if Durga is struggling.
Durga vanishes beneath the surface.
So I'll throw to Varen then, if I can see their body.
Yeah. You see Varen. What will this role be? Can he wait? Where did my character sheet go?
More than likely throw, I would think.
Yeah, it'll be throw.
All right.
It'll be throw.
That is a 19 on, what is my throw? 19 on a 20. So that is
Nice.
a success by 1.
Indeed. So immediately lasso it, throw it, goes around Varen catches it, and you are able to pull them back to the edge to you. We need to go into the lake right now. We need to swim down and onto the others. Where's Durga?
Already in the lake.
Who is this guy? And Varen points to Varun. you're right. We do need to go to this. Don't mind who I am. We just need to go.
You have suspiciously similar names.
I was
It's all-
literally just looking
it's
at that. I was like, did I
Verun
write?
and Veran.
Varun and Varan.
Oops.
Yeah. Oopsies. Yeah. So, tell me.
I'm not gonna
my
lie.
dear
I thought
people.
the last hour was Varen, but with an eye patch now, like Lewis's character, but with an eye patch. And I'm like, oh,
Varun,
they're toting a
the one
shotgun
who
now.
was
This is
here
great.
that we needed to get and who I don't trust at all, but I do. So,
Yeah.
they're saying that we have to go across the lake.
To the
It
bottom of the
says
lake.
Bottom
You
of the
need
lake.
to swim down to the bottom and
Oh.
up onto the other side.
So not
So
across.
the moment
through a hole in the
moment
bottom
you-
of the lake.
the moment you cross the barrier, down will become up.
So enough of a breath to swim to the bottom and back up again on the other side. Understood.
Yes.
What do we see around us? Is there debris? Is there like rubble? Is there
Seems to be the same. What do you call them?
stalactites and stalagmites?
Yeah. Yeah, both of them like pretty much the same. What you saw the last time, but whatever's sticking up from the water, but wherever the floor was, where the water was collecting, that has gone away. That has vanished,
Okay.
and
I'm
the surface,
essentially
the
looking
quote unquote
for
the surface that you're seeing is much more deeper.
I'm looking specifically for on land. Is there a rock around? Like just like rubble?
Rubble.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you do find
captain's
rocks.
plan
There
is
are loose
to
rocks.
take some of this this military webbing that he has and wrap it around like a good sized 30 or 40 pound rock,
Mhm.
and we're going to go into the lake and chuck it and then just hold a rope and have it drag us down.
Oh.
Like this is
interesting.
free diving 101. Like you hang on to the rope and you let go of the rope when you're done with it, so you save your breath and you don't have to work so hard.
Pulls you down really fast.
You give me a spot hidden or
Okay.
an archaeology check to see if there are any like loose rocks or
Wow.
loose or large rocks which you can sort of try to pry.
While he does that, can Val wants to ask Varun a question.
Can you give me just one moment?
Yes.
James, can you make that roll, please?
Yes, I have to burn 4 luck points to bring it down to a 45 for my spot hidden.
You did it.
did it.
Congratulations. Oh boy. What a time we've found ourselves in.
Right?
Oofa doofa.
Doobity doo.
Hello. Welcome back. Durga's totally fine. Everything is totally
Yes.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't believe that
So-
for a second.
You're just in the water.
Yeah. So, yeah, James, what did you roll?
I got exactly a 45 after spending a few luck points.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. You do find one of these rocks over here. I would need strength checks, single strength check from you, Maria, and I'll roll on. I'll
Sure.
roll for this guy,
For me?
Varun. No. Yeah, from you as well because it's a hefty rock.
Oh, I wasn't helping with the rock situation.
Oh,
Oh,
So,
amazing.
I
All
mean,
right,
unless
so
you
I'll
find
just
one and
do
like
it.
ask for their help.
that was my intention, is that
Oh,
we
well, then yes.
collaboratively
Then yes, I
this
missed
thing.
that part. Yes.
Yep. So is that a strength from both of us?
Yes,
All right.
2 successes and 1 over a failure at least.
I got a 19 under 50.
Nice.
24
That's
over a
hard
45.
success.
You are stronger than me.
Amazing. All right,
can I say?
that was a failure on Varun's end. So, but you do find the thing that pokes up, which you can see there's a crack at
Stalagmite.
stalagmites, which is like there's a crack, there's a hairline crack, which you
Mhm.
believe you can make it loose. And yeah, after a bit of pulling with the ropes and pushing on one's end, it comes off and slightly splashes on the water. It
Mhm.
doesn't go in, but it splashes.
We'll use those good old Boy Scout knots, those soldier knots, and this is not going to be like 150 pounds sort of thing. This is like a diving weight to assist us in getting down
As quick as possible.
as quickly as possible. The carbide lamp does work in the water, so it gives us some light. Miss Valerian, are you ready to roll?
Val, seeing there's a moment of pause as like Val is fully trying to like take in everything now that they've kind of a little manual labor helps calm the nerves, etc., and looking at the lake, but speaking to Verun, will ask Verun, why did you come down here before? We heard from some others that you were going somewhere else because you wanted to do something in a more sacred place.
Amaan is troubleshooting. It's all
And
good.
he was too stunned to speak.
Facts.
The captain is going to
The horrors got in.
It's about time.
take that Kodak
It's been a
folding
long time
camera of
coming.
his, and he slides it into a little like wax seal bag or like wax canvas bag, and rolls it up tight before going into the water.
Ziploc those
Ziploc.
electronics.
Basically. And he looks down and he hands one over to Val, because Val's got that notebook that you've been taking like observations and like scrawlings and everything else, and say,
Oh yeah.
just in case.
Yeah, Val would put that in there, and if there's any space, would try to cram whatever other book they could, but I doubt that it can fit too terribly much.
Hello.
Kicking.
Oh my god, what a way to check! What an entrance!
There it is.
Jeez.
I still can't hear anything. I don't know what you guys are talking
You
about.
can't hear me? Oh,
we can-
okay.
The
we
troll.
can-
By the way,
we can-
Troll.
all right. So, P, let's come back to you first of all. Sorry. For you were conversing with Varun, right? The one with the eye patch.
Yes. Yeah, I was asking him.
Can you repeat?
Yeah, I asked him why he came down here before, because there were other people who said that he had left. He was planning to take his other eye out, but he wanted to do it somewhere more sacred. It's the horrors. We're
That
never
was-
meant to know. Oh, there you are. Sorry.
That wasn't me.
That wasn't you.
I don't know how to say this, but I believe that something was controlling me. It's the same something that took control on me in the airplane, which made me take this out. And you see him like rubbing his eye patch over. I didn't. It still hurts. You see him sort of like breathe in deeper. I want to get away from this godforsaken place. That I don't know if it'll require a sacrifice, but I've seen people go, and I believe that there's a way on the other side. I discovered runes. I discovered writings, strangely in the language that I could understand. That whatever took control of me, I don't know if they gave me that ability to understand what they wrote. But they said at the bottom of the lake will be the barrier to cross over. And I don't believe we are in our world right now. This can't be our world at all. How deep we are. I mean, the stairs which went up and up to nowhere, it couldn't have been our world. Could it?
Being underground for so long can be discombobulating.
Captain, I think that we are beyond logical explanation. Just
Oh,
gestures down fervently at their just the thigh that should not be in one piece.
A magnificent specimen, to be certain, madam. However, the point still stands. It is forgivable to lose oneself when in times of stress and duress. Feel nothing of it, my friend. And he claps him on the shoulder.
And he's like, thank you for understanding. You see, you hear Varen speak up. Where's Durga?
Oh shit!
I met someone in the lake.
Congratulations!
What?
Good on you.
It's not that. It wasn't that kind of meeting, unfortunately.
Rendezvous in the
and
grotto.
That person, that was a sickly man that said that I must bring Durga. That person, I believe it was a man. He said, that I must bring Durga. They knew them by name.
I see.
This rings bad. To Val's just doesn't like that, and it's just gonna go like to the edge of the lake and just like yell out for Durga.
I don't believe that your voice will penetrate the water, madam. However, I have a solution. And sailing over your shoulder is a big ass rock with a rope attached to it, and he like basically tries to shot put it out as far like into the center of this pond, this grotto.
Let's hope it doesn't hit Durga then.
Yeah. Well, she'd be sinking at this point. And he loops it around his forearm, tosses one to Varun and to Val, and there's a tail there for the one-eyed Varun as well. And Varun. And wades into the water. Man of action.
Splashes down, and all of you feel that tug on the rope, and each one of you is you go down into the lake. We see from the perspective from the top of the cave, as you're splashing down into the lake, that sourceless light inside the water body. At first, as you start to go down, it shows your shadows, so to speak.
Yeah.
The stone vanishes, then followed by the captain vanishing, then Val vanishing, then Varun vanishing, and then Varan vanishing, almost like fading out. Here's where we'll come to now. Val, you are standing on a pier of a ship. It's stormy. It's night time. It's a wooden ship. The sails are torn. And in front of you, in the middle, strangely, in the middle of an ocean, endless ocean, there what feels at first like a geyser, like a geyser of water shooting up from the water, from the ocean itself. Strange. But as you look closer, it's actually a beam of light. Like, it's not like the whiteness of water frothing up or the bubbles. It's actually like faded light, and what feels like what felt like water drops are actually galaxy dust with a bunch of stars in the middle. It's almost as if the uh like the Milky Way line that you see in the sky on an when somebody's gone stargazing, it's almost like that, but stretched from the body of water itself. It it goes up and vanishes into the sky. On the ship, at on the dock itself, on the deck, sorry, you see people, uh wheatish skin, long hair, um wearing sailors clothes. uh, from pictures and the things you have read that these are the nakhudas, the sailing people of this world, the the place where your sister had apparently gone. You notice something about these nakhudas is that all of them, you never met them, but all of them have like two like canine teeth popping out from their jaw, from their lips. All of them seeming to be built strong. All of them jump off from the ship into the ocean. One by one, you see them swim to this place, to this strange place made of weirdly stars and galaxy, like a galaxy stretched out. And you see each of this person almost spaghettified and turned into a beam of light as they are pulled up into the sky and away, one after the other. Val, one of these persons who are in line to jump off seems to build seems to be built not like the rest of them. They seem to have a feminine figure, much closer to what you look like. Shorter hair, lightning strikes nearby as light falls on their face. It's Izzy, about to jump off from the ship, go somewhere, you don't know where.
Val starts to run towards her and just shouts, "Izzy, no!"
You shout, but as you're running, the rain, the rain from the storm is spattering on, but you see that it doesn't hit your body. It goes past, almost like you're not there. You shout and shout, but Izzy doesn't seem to listen to you. You shout again.
Oh yeah, I keep
Keep shouting.
shouting to try to get her to stop.
Izzy turns, and almost in unison, you hear the same sound. Izzy! There's someone in a sailor's outfit who's shouting Izzy's name. Similar short hair, a soldier kind of a cut, a military cut. And you realize, with another flash of lightning, it's Veer right there on the ship. Veer runs towards Izzy, just as Izzy is on the deck about to jump off. Veer grabs their hand. Izzy turns, and you can almost see a light in Izzy's eyes, almost like an unnatural light in Izzy's eyes. Can you make me a spot hidden check, please?
I've never wanted to do that harder than yes. Oh god. Oh no. All right. 44 under 80.
44 under 18. Would you like to use your luck points?
I have 8 of those left.
You can make it a hard success by using 4 of those.
Why not?
Yeah, this is
what bad would
2
it do?
people that I care a lot about. Why not? There's 4 left. 4 is more than 0. Yes, I will spend 4 to make it
All
a
right.
hard success.
With a hard success, here's what you notice. Izzy is imbibed with some power that you're not aware of. Some supernatural power at the moment. The eyes just don't naturally glow like that, The second thing that you notice is almost like 2 horns which are growing from their head. You see Veer is like grabbing on tightly to Izzy, tightly onto Izzy's hand. Izzy just smiles, raises her boot, kicks Veer square in the chest as Veer is thrown back on, almost flying off on towards the other end of the ship. Hits their back on the other side of the deck and falls down like without a movement. Izzy turns and looks at you. She can see you.
How close have I managed to get?
You are, I don't know, you're about like 10, 15 feet-ish away from her.
I think Val's going to continue trying to get closer, not running as much as they were trying to do before, but is walking closer. With a hand outstretched. And I imagine that they're like, it's not necessarily quiet, we're on the ocean, but she still says in like a lower voice, please don't do this. Please.
Izzy reaches out her hand, touches your cheek, almost like brushes her thumb over your eyebrow, over your eye, which has gone white. Like almost caresses gently. Her expression changes to one softer. What you know, what you knew once of her. She says, I don't know where you are, my darling, but I am not of this world anymore. I have been called somewhere else. Maybe in time you may find me. But I have to go now. There is a war coming, and I have been called to arms. As she sort of smile, you can still see like two canines on the side of her, like teeth, on the upper side of her teeth. Devilish. But she's still smiling in us softly at you. If there are tears, they are washed away in the rain.
What do you mean that you're not here? And what? I've spent so long looking for you.
I'm sorry I couldn't come. To come to see you. I didn't know if you'd accept me the way I am now. You wouldn't. Mom and Dad wouldn't.
I've always accepted you.
The world wouldn't, my darling. It's time to say goodbye. And she grabs both sides of your face, pulls it closer, kisses your forehead.
Val's going to reach up and grab onto her wrists as tightly as she can.
You're barely able to grab on to anything. But there's still some material thing there that you can feel, but you're not able to grab on to her exactly how you would have in real life. Move on, my darling. But I will remember you. Always. And unnaturally, she jumps from where she's standing and into the ocean, swims away. You see her swimming at an unholy fast speed towards the beam of the galaxy as Izzy is stretched away into a beam of light and vanishes into the stars. You hear a slight moaning sound from nearby.
There's an uncontrollable like sadness and confusion and anger and tears that are invisible, and the sound of Veer. She whips her head around as this is the last maybe person that Val has cared about, and is going to rush over to them.
You see them lying on their side. Uh, they're like holding their back, their lower back. Um, uh, uh,
I'll kneel down. Are you okay? Are you okay? What can I do? What do you need?
well, oh well, is that yeah? I can't see you. Where are you?
What do you mean you can't see me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you here?
Where are you then? What?
Oh, I'm going mad. I'm going mad.
No, not any more than I am, but
You can see like they barely able to like get up and like sit. Uh, oh, oh, fuck. Well, one of the legs is gone. Ah. Oh, well, time. And whatever you say, they're dismissing it. Like they're hearing voices. Oh man, I hit my head too hard. Oh, is he? What am I gonna say to Val? How the hell am I gonna survive this?
Fear,
Maria,
you'd better be there when I get home.
you see, they look up. Oh, it's a long way from home. It's a long, long way. Maria, I need you to make a couple of one check actually. Hmm. Can you roll me for Cthulhu Mythos? You have advantage.
Sure. You know, that one.
He says as though this is a good thing.
Yeah. I don't have anything in Cthulhu Mythos, though.
Yeah, that's like a rarity.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I think
All
you
right,
have
so
to hit all
advantage is...
zeros.
Gotcha. Advantage is rolling the 10s die twice, or just rolling them all twice?
10s die twice.
Okay,
10s twice.
well, I failed miserably, 56.
No worries. Let me make a roll. As you feel yourself pulled away from this, almost as if your heart is being yanked away physically from this place, you emerge back into the lake, into the water body. The first thing that you see is the stone in the middle of that barrier of the water, stuck almost in the middle, and you feel yourself drowning. I need you to make a swim roll, please. And you take 5 points of damage.
That's so many. Okay.
No?
No, I'm 65 over 20.
Not a problem.
Not a problem, you say. I see.
James, you
Yes.
find yourself back in your home. You see your children fighting over something, like a loud fight going on, not physical, but they're in your bedroom.
He'll sigh, put down the papers that he was reading through, very important, and go and check on them. Swing open the door and see what all of this is about. He doesn't say anything yet, just leans into the door frame and watches.
Archie, where do you keep your guns?
My guns.
Yes.
Given the time period, those guns are generally in the study, behind a like in a cabinet. They're on display with glass in front of them, but those cabinets are not physically locked, other than like a small, like ornamental skeleton key to keep them closed, which was the style at the time.
You remember just now that when you got up from your study with your papers, the cabinet was open and there were a few things missing. Now, as you're on this room, you see your son and daughter shouting at each other. I'm telling you, you hear your son shouting, Dad fucking left us.
Excuse me, child?
They don't hear you.
I give
He
a
betrayed
sterner
us.
tone.
You
Nothing.
keep saying but nothing. And you see there's a revolver in your son's hand. If he shows up right now, I'm going to shoot him dead myself. He did nothing for our mom. And now he's left. He just promises that that will go away for a vacation, but nothing.
Do they appear older or the same age as earlier, like the last day or so?
They appear in their late teens.
Okay.
I can't fucking live in this house anymore. I don't want anything to do with him. The only thing that he's good for is the guns that he left us. And you see your daughter like, don't do anything stupid. Just calm down. Dad will come back. He promised us. He promised us that he'll come back. Please don't do anything stupid. Oh, I'm not going to do anything stupid. I'm not an idiot, but I can't. I can't, sister. Not any fucking more. I'm never going to forgive him anyway. I'm going to destroy fucking everything. And he points up to a portrait of your family together and shoots it.
And everybody goes deaf for a minute because revolvers in the 30s.
Yeah. See your daughter like, your son doesn't flinch.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. You stay and rot. Mar jao yahan pe. Mar jao. That translates to go die.
Teenagers.
You are pulled away into an alleyway where you see a person or rather persons, being beat up and robbed
Mhm.
by a bunch of thugs. You hear a voice. That's enough, Janedo. Let him go. Have you taken all your stuff, all of his stuff? And you hear these thugs saying, "Yes, boss. Everything. Good. Bring him back to the bring those back to the warehouse." Your son, in his late 20s. You, s- your heart is pulled away again, almost like being pulled apart. And you come in front of a statue of Shiraj Indri in a police department. And you see people like, officers filing in like, so this is the report of the gang which is like operating over here. And I believe we know where their hideout is. Uh, Madam, we should really hit them immediately before they know we know about them. You see your daughter, captain of the police, seeing the location of where your son is. Madam, they've murdered way too many people. We have to take them out immediately. We can't take them prisoner. They won't let us. She says, "Do what you will."
Yep.
Heart is pulled away again, and you're in front of a grave. Two graves actually. And you look closer. Two of those graves are fresh, and you notice another one. This is a place where you have been many times. One of
Mhm.
those graves is slightly older.
Yeah.
You see strange. I mean, you haven't. It's night, but it's lit up by a sort of a a bulb which you haven't seen before. It's kind
Mhm.
of rectangular, and it shines white light
Mhm.
um, in that area. It feels similar, but you don't know like where, like how, if this bulb really is, or are you just imagining things. Um, you see a man digging a grave nearby in what seems to be like slightly more slightly clothes which we used to be worn by what you would call like the upper class, but uh, you know like apparently everybody's wearing them. Those two fresh headstones read the names of your son and daughter. The older one is of Radha. Radha is your wife, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. You feel a hand on his shoulder, and you hear a voice which you haven't heard in years. Darling, don't worry. It's just a vision. You're having a bad dream. Do you turn?
How do I keep this from happening? They still need me.
They will always need you. Like I said, you're having a bad dream. There might be sacrifices that you need to make
Doesn't
to
matter
keep
what it
this
is.
going. Tell me, darling, Do you believe you would have made a change if you were there?
Yep. Absolutely.
That's
Seeing
what
what I
believe
see
too.
now.
There must be a sacrifice which must be made for you to survive, and I need you to promise that you will do that. And I need you to trust me, all right?
Always.
The object I gave you,
Hmm.
I was not in the right mind when I gave it to you, but I was desperate and I didn't want to die. That object contains a part of my soul. I'm still alive, but I need you to destroy it. If you destroy it, I cannot guarantee your safety or the safety of your friends. Perhaps I can guarantee the safety of this world. Maybe that will be enough. But you need to destroy it. And maybe that should work in getting you back to our children.
I don't have it. It's at the house with them. How? What do I do?
When you destroy it, because if you don't destroy it, you will know that everything that you have seen so far, they will be able to pour into where we live. Our children will be in danger. When you destroy it, I will come back to life. I will be as alive to you as I was when we were together. I will
Do you
plead
want that?
with you. I will plead with you to let me stay alive. You'll find you will find an eye inside the statue when you break it. I need you to kill it. I will die with it. But there is a chance that there's a good chance that the world will stay alive for our children to grow old in, and perhaps you will be there to lead them to the right path. Please do not hesitate when I come alive in front of you. You should not hesitate. Promise me that.
He looks over and he takes a long breath and he considers. And Archie is canonically a charmer and like a socialite, and little quips and jokes, and he says, "We all must do our duties. It's a good thing that we invested in that rich mahogany coffin for you, my dear, with the heavy clasps." And he puts a hand on her shoulder and he touches his forehead to hers.
There's my funny little soldier that I fell in love with.
And he accepts that. He sees that as a path forward.
I will always love you, even in death.
So we vowed. That's how this works.
Now, go. Children are waiting for you.
And
Your heart is, yeah.
I was
Go
going to
ahead.
say he just like gives one last look and then closes his eyes and takes a deep breath.
The last look that you see is your wife's mischief, like, like the playful
Grin.
smile.
Yeah.
And a wink. As your heart, you feel your heart being stretched and yanked away. Can you make me roll for Cthulhu Mythos, please?
I will do my damnedest.
Again, same advantage.
Yeah. So that is 44. So even with advantage, it doesn't change anything.
No worries. Again, you appear in the same way that
Oh,
Maria.
actually,
yeah.
So with advantage, that takes it down to a 24, and I have 23 luck points left. So if I burn 23 luck points,
Get to one.
That gets me to 1. Never mind. I am just shy.
You're literally 1 short.
Oh my
Just
god,
one
that was
short.
so close.
Yeah,
That's so
not going to be a
close.
thing.
Shit.
Almost. I'm not going to burn those luck points.
Well, yeah, no worries. Can you please make me a swim roll, please?
Yes, that I can do. That is a 37, and my swim is 20. So I'm going to burn 17 luck points for that.
That's good. Somebody has to
make it a success. Yeah.
You do take a point of damage.
Yes. Understood.
You emerge and you see Val struggling with the rope,
hauling it in.
All right.
Taking a deep breath first for myself and then hauling Val in.
Lastly, P. When you disappeared, as you were trying to swim to Veren's safety, you didn't swim down. You got pulled in. And you see in the what seems to be like a middle of a nowhere lake, deep inside, there is a man, sickly, thin, very skinny, spread-eagled, and each of his, like the wrist and the ankles as he's stretched out, is tied with what looks like sinew. And the sinew stretches into the darkness of the waters around. You feel like you don't even need to swim in this place, although it feels like water all around. You're almost floating, you're almost flying, as you are brought closer and closer to this man. How long has it been since you've seen your father?
Over a decade.
Over a decade for you. It's been an eternity. My dear. How you have grown. How you have grown, my dear.
What happened?
Do not worry, I'm keeping them at bay. And I'll keep keeping them at bay for as long as I need to, but am at my end. It was Providence, I think, that brought you to me once again. I never thought that I'll see you again. I'm glad that I could be of help in healing your friends and you. That's
That
a
was
bit of what I can do. That's all I can do.
You can't come with us?
If I leave, if I let go, they will come forth from that other place, and they will destroy all that we have seen, all that we love, all that we have built, all that we have lost, all our memories. Don't worry. I'll still be alive in your memory, my darling. I can take solace in that fact.
How long will you be able to keep this?
There's a friend of yours. There's a friend of yours. He knows what to do. He'll do it. Do not worry. I'm sure he'll make the right choice. For his sake, at least. And don't worry about me. Don't worry about your family. I did what I did. I did what I did. For the world's sake. For your sake. Don't mourn for me. Rejoice. Remember, I don't need to be remembered as a hero. Just remember me as your father, who did everything that he could to keep the world alive for you. That's all I need to be remembered for. Please don't be disappointed in me. I am disappointed that I couldn't see you grow up. Oh, what a lovely, lovely person you are. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Durga.
Why can't you? Can you come later? Can I come back for you?
I'll come later. But for now, remember, keep remembering. I'll hold on to that string whenever you're feeling low. Keep flying that kite. Whenever it starts to hurt, let it go. If I start to hurt, let me go. But I'll always keep holding that string. I'll keep that kite flying high. I'll keep it flying.
Durga is gonna like hug him if they can. Like I know that like Durga knows that he can't hug back, but like whatever they can get in this moment.
You hugged him. The last time you hugged him, your arms could barely wrap around his back. You were just a kid. As you hug him now, you can touch your own elbows as you hug him. He rests his head on your shoulder. As you can see him sort of relax. I can go on for a few more centuries like this. Can't you?
with
Don't
you.
remember. Remember me as we flew the kite. That's who I am. That's who I always will be. Now don't worry. I'm gonna tug on your heart. It might hurt. But remember all the happy moments, because even though you might be sad later, you're happy now. And I'm happy to see you. I need your happiness to last. And remember, I'll tug on your heartstrings every now and then. And he pushes you. You almost feel yourself pushed away from him as your heart is yanked. You can roll for Cthulhu Mythos. And
Oof. Oh yeah, we have 0 in Cthulhu Mythos. What am I checking? 78.
with advantage.
Oh, okay,
never
hold
mind.
on. Hold on. With advantage. 58. Still doesn't.
No worries. Durga, you take 2 points of damage as you feel yourself suddenly engulfed around water. You can't breathe. And you see Captain, Varun, Val nearby, trying to swim desperately to safety. I need you to make a swim roll for me. You can choose to fail if you want.
I failed.
There's still that threshold barrier that you can see. Beyond it, deep, deep, deep down below, you can almost faintly see a figure with their hands and legs stretched taut with tiny strings deep down below. You're going to take another 4 points of damage.
Okay.
I'll make you I'll let you roll another swim check if you want.
Oh, might as well. Nope. No, failed again.
All right. You take another 3 points of damage as you feel your breath running out. Captain, you see Durga emerge on the other side. You see Veran and Varun almost ready to, they're both swimming up. I'm assuming you're helping Val. Tell me if I'm wrong. Because
That's what I had said. Yep.
you like, yeah. Val and Captain, you both see Durga emerge, and you see Durga run out of breath. Durga is flailing their arms. What do you choose to do? If there's something you can do.
We're in the water. Do we see a shoreline in sight with that carbide lamp looking around frantically?
You see it.
See it. I look back and I say, with all of the calmness of a wet poodle, Mrs. Blair, I believe you can make the rest on your own. Pardon me. And he, his hat flies off and he just starts doing what he feels he is duty bound to do. and starts swimming towards Durga.
Make another swim roll for me, please.
All right. I'm not very good at these.
I swear,
that-
I'm the
Yeah,
only one that
you can
makes it
have an
out, but
advantage.
I am
That
coming
is
after
a-
you two.
That is a 4.
Is
I'm going
that-
to burn
oh,
3 luck points to make it a critical success.
hell yeah!
That's a 4 on a 20.
Let's
Because that seems
Nat
appropriate.
20, Steve.
Yeah. And
That's another
Yeah.
nat 20. Okay.
with a 1, I swim to Durga to save them and get them to shore.
Yeah. Durga, you can still see the faint outlines of your father as you feel arms around your waist trying to pull you up. You can still see them as you start to go up. Those outlines of that body start to disappear as you rise up, 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 and eventually, it's lost into the darkness. But you feel something,
We'll see.
like a tug on your heart. As both of you emerge on the surface of that lake.
I'm basically doing a backstroke, holding Durga by the shirt collar as I go, just like so. Working towards the shore.
You see Veran and Varun both like panting on the side of the shore. You hear Veran start to laugh. Sharad's safe. The little boy is safe. Sharad's safe. As Veran is talking to themselves. And they're referring to, as we saw in that cold open, Veran helping that little orphan boy. And that you heard of a recent accident happen with the rails.
The train.
Can all of you make me either a archaeology roll or a spot hidden? Your choice.
Spot hidden, baby.
Archaeology is a 1, so spot hidden. Failed by 20.
Nice.
I'm gonna
The
burn.
captain's eyes don't work well.
Wait. You can also you can re-roll. You can also choose natural world. My bad.
Oh,
That's my bad.
I'm gonna burn 2 of my luck points to make that a
That would have been
critical
worse.
A critical success?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Excellent.
Well, dang, that barely beats my 7 under 80.
What the hell?
We survived the horrors.
I love how I rolled dog shit for swimming, but the minute I'm out of the water and I look around, it's like
Captain, what did you roll?
For my spot hidden, 65 on a 45.
Never mind.
Yep.
Val and
I don't see shit.
Durga. Captain, you feel like you're back in the same place, like nothing's changed. You just, or your lack of oxygen getting into your brain, I guess. But even with Durga's lack of oxygen to their brain, the immediate thing that they know intuitively, Durga knows intuitively, is your dad saved everyone. You're back beneath Ispatpur. This is a different world. You're not in the same place that you were. And Val, you notice the kind of rocks that are present feels much more, I guess, with soil rather than just just stone. Like it has soil. There are vegetations around. You can almost kind of see roots from the ceiling. You see Varun, Pant, not Varan, Varun. We're back. I told you. I told you.
Do I see any light or stairways, man-made or other?
You see an opening which goes up. You see can see it's like crude staircase going upwards. Like
Okay.
like a path, not like a stairs.
Uh-huh.
Like a hole in the ground.
Val, who had kind of been catching their breath, sees that, and just like as soggy and like heavy their clothes are and how heavy their heart feels right now, they're just getting up and not even saying anything, is just going to start walking in that direction, holding so tightly this wax bag that has a single notebook in it of all the things that she wrote down.
Do all of you make your way as well?
Let's not dally.
Durga is like sobbing.
Oh yeah, Val's
And
also
not,
crying
like,
the entire time.
softly
Just, like-
either. Just
Mhm.
sobbing. And is gonna march up to Varun because that's who they think is responsible for quote unquote fixing or closing or whatever their dad told them. Is gonna kind of just take Varun by the collar and is like, how the fuck do you close this place?
I don't know. I literally don't know how to go close this place. I just know how to get. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that we have to get out of this place.
Let's see the sky first, and then we
Durga's
can
gonna
deal.
let him go. But yeah.
So you make your way upwards.
Yes.
So as you make your way upwards, it doesn't take long for you to find the same stony path, the staircase which goes up. And eventually, as you keep making your way up, you find a door, a wooden door, which you remember. And you remember somebody saying to knock 3 times.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. No.
No.
Now we're screwed. No.
अबे वो लोग आ गए दरवाजा खोल यार मैंने you can see you can hear them like saying अबे आ गए वो लोग दरवाजा खोल and like them crushing yeah we're opening the door no need to be so hasty with it and they
I'm gonna murder this man.
Right?
I swear to God.
And you see like the same guy, but it looks like he has a beard now, grown, like not to an extreme length, but it looks like it's been a few days. So how was the trip? You found a prisoner as well.
Val slaps his face and continues walking. Kind of limping
And
too, because this new thigh is weird.
That's a phrase.
That's a quote.
And you hear like some like his like buddy saying like that's the closest you can get to intimacy with another person, bro. Just take it. Uh,
Limping on. Archie is clutching that bag that he's got with his Kodak in it.
mhm.
That we you might have been your audio might have dropped out for it before we took the plunge. We took 2 waxed canvas bags, put the camera and Val's notes into them before
Nice.
swimming.
Got it. Durga, what are you doing?
Durga is just gonna walk through the doors, just give Ramesh the most seething look. And just continue.
And he just like rolls his eyes as well.
Oh,
As
can I punch him?
sure,
Yes.
roll me for like an unarmed strike. How do you do that? Is that
Brawl?
There's brawl.
yeah, that's brawl. Yeah.
I'll brawl this fucker. I don't care. I'm going to. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna burn 30 luck points
Oh my god.
so I can crit this fucker.
Wow.
All right. You as he rolls his eyes, you just find the perfect spot beneath, as he's like, and you hit him with all your might, with all your anger and sadness present. You take a point of damage because you hear one of your fingers break, but you also see a tooth flying out.
Good. Worth it. I'm on a 1 HP.
Wow. And this Ramesh just turns to hit you, and like rest of the people like just catch him like, "Pagal ho gaya kya? Are you mad? You fucking idiot!" And just pull him away. Veran is just gonna quietly just take his crutches and also just kind of like walk along with you. Just catches up to you, Val. It's like, "Are you okay?"
Compared to Durga, who was less quietly grieving, crying earlier, Val is just like, there doesn't seem to be an end to the tears that have been, like, Val's face has been wet since they've left the water, but it's like it's that they don't even realize it at this point. And they turn towards Viren and smile and just say, "I don't think so." And we'll just keep walking.
We'll get there. We'll get there. And with that, would you guys like to go into the epilogue? But before we go into the epilogue of this, there's a thing that none of you see. All right? As all of you with your traumas and with your mission to make your way back to your homes, we focus on Varun as he quietly slipped away into the jungle. In the moonlight, we see him like just sort of like stretch himself, like just crack his neck, and we catch in the moonlight we see stitches across his jaws, going into like stitches made out of hair, going into his chest, disappearing into his chest, his wrists, his wrist like stitched on, and he says, "Free at last." And we cut to the epilogue, guys.
I knew it. Me,
How
the
did I
person,
not-
knew.
How did
I
I not
knew
see the
something was
stitches?
bad.
One,
Captain can't
I
see shit.
rolled. Yeah. First, you were in the dark. I rolled really high to hide, and it was covered in blood and mud
Mhm.
deliberately.
Let's fucking
Uh,
go.
So let's start with your epilogues, beginning with the captain.
I'd like to go last, please.
All right, who would like to go first?
I'd go first. Listen, I cried already. Like let's go.
Did you legit cry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think appropriate response would be to all of the things you've put us through, Mon?
The entire conversation, I was actually crying.
Let's
Roll
start.
the clip.
Yeah. So what happens? P, are you stuck?
Huh? No. What's up?
No, I'm saying your epilogue.
You're up. What happens?
What happens?
What happens? Oh, okay. Durga. Oh. Durga's gonna. Durga will keep their job at the appraisal place, but try to get in touch with their family again. Because clearly they knew something and they want to. Durga wants to try to get their dad back because clearly clearly he's alive. And I mean, yeah, having him in the memories and having memories tug on their heart is all well and good, but if there's any chance that they could bring him back, they will.
Okay.
If they do get back into their house, their old house, they'll start to take over whatever research their father was trying to do on the down low, because clearly that got him yeeted.
You do find something of a will in the house,
No.
which actually leaves you his estate, his practices, and a bunch of books which he's studied, which deals with how there's a barrier in this world and how it needs to be maintained, and a way to stop it, which is to tear away the soul contained in an eye, which itself is contained in a statue, a tiny statue, an emerald piece of stone.
Durga would be on the lookout for that.
Val,
Well, I had a plan, and then some things have changed.
is there any questions you'd like me to answer?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How
Okay.
long does Val wait until they hear from Veer again?
It takes the better part of 4 months before Veer shows up on your door. malnourished, walking with a slight limp. But Veer is alive. On your doorstep.
Okay. I think
Think of
that
it as a castaway situation.
mhm. They the store has been over the past few months closed. Val has not left the house because they live in the same building as their store. They've not left for a long time. Other than to feed themselves, and they do that very
Sparsely,
yeah. I think that at some point in the past, I think one of the things that Val left for Veer in that note that they had, buried somewhere was an extra key to the store. So Veer could come in whenever they wanted to. And the front of the store has a layer of dust on everything, as if nothing had been touched for months. And there is sitting on the table in the back where they had shared a cup of tea, a note folded up. It has its own small layer of dust at this point. Maybe at most a week, but enough to know that it hasn't been moved. It hasn't been tampered with. Does Veer read it?
Veer obviously reads it.
Okay. There is written on there, "To my dear friend, it seems as though fate had found a strange way of bringing our ships to harbor again. I must say that riding the waves at half-mast has been more time-consuming than I thought. I need to take some time away to care for my..." and you can see that there's a handful of things scribbled out until it just says health, and would wish, which is crossed out, ask, which is also crossed out, love to extend an invitation to you for an extended holiday. Perhaps we can find new waters to traverse together. I will wait for you, and I look forward to seeing your face once more. And there's a rough address, kind of an approximate place of where Val has gone, but nothing specific. And it's signed Valeria Espinosa.
You see, you don't see actually. Veer just sit on the floor, as skinny as they are now, just like hold themselves close, reading the letter, and the like start to sob. Like, I'm sorry. I love you, and I'm sorry. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. Lastly, the captain.
You have to understand something. The captain has seen some horrors in his time. And the only solace that he ever got was in meeting his wife. And everything that they saw down below was significantly worse than that. He goes home. He stops into some of his contacts' agencies. Specifically, does not go and check in with Aziz to drop that film off. He keeps it for himself. He picks up supplies to develop the photos himself. He's done it before. Can't be that hard.
Yeah.
And getting home, he's like a man in a trance. To his children, it seems like there's nothing wrong. This is just Dad. Dad's just working. And he keeps his promise to his children. Now that he's home, they plan a holiday. He makes arrangements with the brokerage to carry on, does some internal self-promoting, and tries to free up, give himself some headroom, some space. Can't take on everything himself. Delegation is important. It's going to be especially important in the years to come. Yeah. And knowing all of this, he keeps the promise that he made to Madhu to invite all of their friends out to our estate, our villa. And you see, maybe it's a week or two later, the rain's coming down, and we're all inside under a canopy in like good rattan chairs, sitting around, and in his hand, he's holding this jade statue. And he's surrounded by his children and their friends, and with the fervor of a politician that put all of his points into being able to charm and convince you. I think I've got an 85 in charm. I start telling the story to all of these children about all of the fairies and how they're going to save our world and how they have the ability to bring people back to life. And if we all work really hard, you're going to get to see your mom again. They have that power. They can do it. And you just see that gleaming emerald light shining, reflecting off of his eyes, and they're just so wet. The wettest eyes you've ever seen. As he will ensure that his children don't go down the wrong path. And it kind of closes in. He's going to find his wife again. He has all the proof that he needs that she could come back to life. She said so herself. She just doesn't know what she needs yet. That's all.
We close in on the jade statue as you are holding it. Tears dripping down your eyes as you focus on it. We cut on to the face of Durga, who's looking intently at a book with the illustration of the same statue that needs to be destroyed. And that's where we're going to be ending the series called The Mirth of Things Below.
Aren't we mirthful? Aren't we feeling such mirth? I feel so happy right now.
Well, it was the mirth of things below. It wasn't the mirth of things
Yeah,
which
it's not
live
our
above
mirth.
We're not
ground.
below anymore. That's true. You know what? You're right. You're right.
The things below are quite mirthful. The things above, not so mirthful.
As mirthless as possible.
Yes.
Jeez.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for
Wowzers.
joining. Whoever
Indeed.
is part of this. Oh, by the way, we completely fucking forgot. You can enter the giveaway to win a Call of Cthulhu starter
Yes.
set. So if
Oh my
somebody who's
goodness,
not
you better.
entered, please enter.
You
I'm so
better.
sorry. I completely forgot about that. So
Chat didn't
This
forget.
can be
They've been doing
yours.
it. They've been doing it. They've been on top of it. Y'all are great.
yeah, just enter the giveaway. You can win a Call of
Jeez.
Cthulhu starter set where you can play your own horrific adventures,
Do
and
it.
yeah, and the winner will be announced in a few minutes before the stream ends, and you'll be contacted, and you'll be given the thing by Chaosium themselves. And but thank you so much for joining. And um, before we go into players giving their outros first, I would like to give a heartfelt I love you to all my players, also to Lewis, who wasn't able to show up. We miss you, we love you, we have to play with you again. So I love you all. Thank you so much for playing. It's been an honor and a joy to take you on this horrific adventures, and you guys were so fucking great, so fucking awesome. So thank you so much.
Betrayal.
I love it. I love it so
Inevitable
much.
betrayal.
It actually is the perfect ending on to my eyes. So
Wet
let's
eyes.
just go
Wet eyes.
wet eyes,
Jeez.
squelching.
Wet eyes.
Please. Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, so let's start off with the person who ended the series, Captain Archibald Winsworth Lear.
Yes. I'm James. I run Logomancy Media. We look after, we have our regular TTRPG streams and regular content that we put out. Also the Roll for Beer podcast. If you're a podcast person, check it out. We bring on a bunch of different guests and creators and sit down, have a beer, and talk about stuff. I also look after Make-A-Wish International's TTRPG division. Again, if you've been sitting around for any amount of time, we've got our Roll for Wishes campaign going right now. We've got another 3 weeks to go, trying to fundraise to hit our goals, and got a whole bunch of games scheduled for tonight, for tomorrow, all throughout the week. So if you can, if you go to logomancy.ca/RFW, there's a schedule posted there of every game that's been approved and scheduled so far. So find some time that works for you. Come and show the support that you can. So, it's Logomancy Media everywhere on the internet. So I'm a pass a ball over to P.
Hello, everyone. I'm Agent P. You can find me on Instagram at d.agent.p or on Twitter at theagentp_. I don't really have anything to plug anymore, but if you like watching telenovelas, almost all the VODs for our recently finished Passion campaign are on the Pantsless YouTube channel. Go watch them, go subscribe, show support for a wonderful, wonderful producer, Mr. Steve. I'm feeling all the emotions. This is the first time I've ever cried on stream. So
Welcome.
Just-
You can't go back
yeah.
now.
It's happened.
thank you
Oh.
to our wonderful, wonderful GM Amaan. And yeah, enter the giveaway. Get yourself this cool, amazing book.
Experience the horrors for yourself.
Indeed.
It has 2
Mine's back there.
bookmarks.
Ooh.
Now, lastly, but not the leastly, Maria.
Hello, everyone. I'm still here. We're all here together. I wanted it to be a happy ending for Val, and it kind of was, and I'm still sad. It's great. No, this was
Welcome
a fantastic.
to Cthulhu.
It's so great. I'm Maria Bruista. Everywhere the internet is sold. I do a little bit of everything from media producing to variety streaming to running a company, but also sometimes I guest on other channels like this one. For the next 2 weeks on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be on Only Play Wizards, returning to my character Zenny Pazal as part of the Expanse TTRPG series Abraxas Precipice. I haven't played in that game with them for over a year, and it's great to come back in fiction with my character for a couple of episodes. So come and join the giveaway over there as well tomorrow evening. Support this. I'm going to be a different person who is differently sad in space and not underground.
I have now followed them.
Oh, also, it's my birthday on Monday, and so you should come and hang out in my streams to celebrate.
Oh, we're gonna do that. And let me just outro myself. Hi, I am Amaan. I go on all social medias at Amaan HK. You can find me on Blue Sky as well as Amaan HK. .bluesky.social, because that's gonna be what I'm gonna be using now. A few things which are I co-host the Infinite Tavern podcast, so you can check our like exclusive interviews kind of with so many people from the TTRPG community, which we do regularly every weekend on Saturday. And we also have a 5e mini campaign coming up, which is set in the Feywild, which is DM'd by the Infinite Taverns Purna, and it has a lot of our good friends in it. I'm not playing and nor am I DMing, but I did have a ball of a time editing it. So make sure to check that out at the Infinite Tavern. And you can look forward to a few things from my end in the future. One, I'm going to be restarting my series on how to do TTRPGs, or how to play, design and DM TTRPGs in Hindi with English captions, which I'm going to be posting on everywhere wherever my socials are. And there are a few actual plays planned, which hopefully will see the light of the early next year. So look forward to that on my channel and on Pantsless tables. I don't want to be prematurely jumping onto it, but I have to, because then I'll be bound to it. Is that the God Killer Kismet actual play is going to be co-produced by both me and Pantsless tables. So I'm sorry, Steve, if if this was supposed to be a spoiler, or if we did not have to say it, but I'm just saying it just so we are beholden to it. So look forward to that in like the first quarter of next year. And yeah, that's me. That's all. Steve, all yours.
Good job. Stream can hear me now. Hello. Hi, I'm Steve.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And I am so proud of this game. You all did a fantastic job. All the players. Amaan, fantastic DM as always. It is always good to see.
That was dope, man.
Yeah,
So
it is always good to see the creepy vibes. And I feel like every time you've run a horror-ish game, the vibes have become worse. And by worse, I mean like more horror, not worse as in bad. But so that's been great to witness. Pantsless Table has a bunch of really cool stuff happening over the next few weeks. Next week, we launch 2 new shows, starting first on Tuesday. We start off with Dare to Dream, which is a 8 to 10 episode Big Brother inspired reality TV show miniseries. It's a D&D-ish related side-ish project. Sundays, we are also launching alternate weeks. We're doing Tales from the Loop, and we're doing another Call of Cthulhu miniseries DM'd by the other half of the Infinite Tavern podcast, Anurag or Raghav, which is also really cool stuff that we'll be doing. And end of November, alternate Fridays starting end of November, we're also doing Dare to Dream. Oh no, wait. Discerning Diviner. They both have D names, and I got confused with the D's, as I do. But that's not the point. It's that this is also a TTRPG inspired by Big Brother reality TV shows, but this is a completely new system that is being playtest for the first time ever. So Pantsless Tables is playtesting a TTRPG for the first time ever, and it's our second time ever playtesting like a game. The first one was back in March, which I DM'd, which was also really cool. It was a D&D murder mystery one shot, which. Yeah, anyway, that's basically all of that. We're gonna find let's quickly just select the winner for our giveaway. Rolling, and the winner is Vixie. Let's fucking go. Okay, great. So I will be reaching out to all 4 of our winners in this coming week with details and instructions on what to do, and also reaching out to Chaosium to figure out logistics with them. But that is all from me. Thank you again for this. This has been an incredible 6 weeks it was 6 weeks, yeah. But you have all been great, and I cannot wait to have more of you at Pantsless Tables. If you would like to run a game or do potential future collaborations or other things, my DMs are always open. We are kind of booked till the end of January, but beyond that, we're free. So and January is 3 months away, so it's not that far.